Edgar, Stratford, Stratford, Edgar. Edgar, Stratford, Stratford, Edgar. Edgar, Stratford, Stratford, Edgar. Edgar, Stratford, Stratford, Edgar. Good. Hi, good evening, everybody, and welcome to Edgar, Wisconsin, as we get you set for Merrillwood South boys basketball here tonight. The visiting Stratford Tigers, the home Edgar Wildcats. Jason Zaleski here. Dan Ross will be along shortly. Trevor Zaleski producing today's broadcast. Dan, Edgar comes in at 8-1 in the Merrillwood South. Stratford sits at 3-4, so one way to look at that, the Tigers have some ground to make up, and a road win. You steal one on the road against the first place team. We'll go into the whole standing here in just a minute, but you steal one on the road against first place team, that could set you up down the stretch run. Of course, Edgar wants to keep pace. They beat Stratford at Stratford last week, and Edgar comes in as a ranked team in Division 4, and you know, this is one of those unique rivalries in the entire state of Wisconsin that you hear Edgar Stratford and people get all juiced up about it. This year, though, on the basketball court, there's plenty of reason to get juiced up. Like I said, you got a ranked team on this side. A team in Stratford still looking to find themselves and get back to 500. I think that's where we'll kind of start the broadcast here tonight.
Yeah, Edgar, obviously very talented this year.
Yep, you're good.
And they had the big win at Stratford, tied for first with Auburndale. So I don't think Edgar is going to be looking past Stratford with Auburndale coming up next week. But, man, getting this one behind them is going to help out quite a bit in their quest for a conference title.
Yeah, it certainly will. We'll go through the standings now. Auburndale also 8-1. Edgar 8-1. Newman 6-3. Newman picked up a big win against Marathon last week.
They swept them this year.
Yep. And that brings us to Marathon. They are at 5-4. Stratford 3-4, and Assumption at 1-8. So both Stratford and Marathon sitting with those 4 losses. A loss tonight by Stratford would begin to maybe, I don't want to say separate because there's still some games left here, but a win for Stratford, very important. But a win for Edgar here is equally as important. They want to keep pace with Auburndale, who is, I believe, in action tomorrow. But yeah, just some interesting little minor storylines here, but two teams that have, interestingly enough, been in this position before, but just flip-flop. For the last number of years, it's always been Stratford and Auburndale up at top at 8-1. Edgar kind of scraping along at the 500 mark, but not this year.
Yeah, and it just tells you how good the Merrillwood South is. That we're talking about teams like Stratford and Marathon that are in 4th place, 5th place in that conference. Like, man, that's a good conference.
All right, just about time for national anthem here. I think if this gym, like any other, is going to give us some pregame instructions, do this, don't do that, all those kind of things, but just about time for national anthem. We'll keep it here for the whole duration of today's national anthem. Again, Merrillwood South Conference boys basketball here tonight, the visiting Stratford Tigers and the home Edgar Wildcats. And I mentioned some of those rankings. We'll get into those, and we'll talk to Dan about the importance of being ranked. Dan's been a part of some ranked high school teams in his coaching career. All the coaches will say that doesn't matter, but it does a little.
It does a little.
So national anthem time here in Edgar. All right, Dan, you got starting lineups for us? Maybe we'll start with that. We got a whole game to talk about rankings, all that kind of stuff. So here's Dan Ross with today's starting lineup for the visiting Stratford Tigers.
Absolutely, Stratford Tigers. Starting the same 5 as they normally do. Number 3, Cody Miller, 10.5 points a game this year. Double-digit scorer for the Tigers. Number 10, Max Vanderhoof, 4 assists per game. Number 11, Jake Skra, 9.5 points a game, 3.5 rebounds. Number 13, the leading scorer for the Tigers, Camden Dahl. And running out the starting 5, number 32, Jake Seitz, 6 rebounds a game. For the Edgar Wildcats, the same starting 5 as all season. Edgar's done a good job of avoiding injuries. Number 2, Drew Gooden, 14.5 point a game scorer, 4 assists. Number 3, Austin Dahlke. Number 5, Connor Wolf. He's exploded for a couple big games this year. 10 points a game, 4 assists. Number 23, the leading scorer for the Wildcats this year, Kyle Brewster, at 16 a game. And number 44, the big guy in the middle, Braden Baumgartner, hauling in about 4 rebounds a game.
All right, well, Dan, I'd mentioned the records, 8-1 Edgar, 3-4 Stratford, but on the other hand, this is Merriwood South boys basketball. Anything goes. Tough, aggressive, physical style of basketball here in the Merriwood South, and and that's probably where Stratford's got to live here, especially early on. Try to kind of set the tempo, kind of boss these guys around a little bit. Yeah,
Stratford is a bigger team. Dahl's going to inbound it, WIAA rule. Visiting team starts with the ball. So Vanderhoof, top of the key. Got Brewster on him. Edgar coming out in man-to-man. They have played a lot of man. They played a lot of 1-3-1 this year as well, and they even extended three-quarter court. Tigers very patient on their first possession. Dahl with Dahlke on him. Picks up his dribble, Dahlke in his face. Able to get it over to Skra. Stratford doing a good job, very active offensively. It's like just a straight motion offense. Miller into the lane, gets it underneath to Seitz. Now back out. This is a 3, top of the key hit for Cody Miller.
Yeah, so good patience there offensively. Dan, Stratford just worked around, looked for an open shot, and they finally got one on the long possession to open the game.
Yep. Stratford comes out in man-to-man. Not a whole lot of secrets between these two teams.
No.
Skip past the Dahlke in the corner. He throws it away. Steal by Camden Dahl. Stratford up 3-0 early.
Yeah, nice first possession for the Tigers. We'll see they stay patient here again on the second one, and we get a foul on Stratford going the other way.
It's going to be on Jake Skra.
They'd say he pushed off when he stopped his dribble down there. All right.
Yeah, that should be a good indication of how the officials are going to call this one. Could be tight.
That was a little tight.
Yep. Edgar also being patient. Edgar doesn't really have a good interior post, so a lot of shots, a lot of screens, a lot of threes coming off screens for the Wildcats this year.
Yeah, the 5 is actually Baumgartner. He's down low now, but you're right. Not a whole lot of action throughout the season to the 5.
Yeah, Dahlke cannot get it to go. Rebound to Seitz. Tigers still up 3-0, about 2 minutes into the game. Taken to the basket, Vanderhoof can't get it to go. That was tightly contested.
Yeah, so on the Stratford fans at home right now are probably okay. Well, you called my guy Skra on the push off there. Now my guy Vanderhoof going to the rack and he gets bumped.
Connor Wolf to the rim, can't get it to go. Gets his own rebound, it's stolen away. Quick hands by Skra.
Quick hands by Skra, and on the other side of that, Wolf brought that ball down low below his waist and got that one stripped away. That happens more than people even think. Nice denial there on the entry by Wolf.
Yep.
Sorry, Dan.
No. That is apparently off Stratford.
All right.
To Edgar we go.
Well, we've got a different angle up here. We see things differently. Sometimes we see them wrongly, though.
It's true.
Yeah.
Wolf, strong take with his left hand. He's fouled going up, so he'll shoot 2.
Yep, and that was the right call there. That moving was Seitz, and he was essentially backpedaling the whole way. And good take by Wolf.
Now, Wolf is definitely going to drive to the basket every chance he gets. First free throw is good. Connor averaging 10 points a game this year. Edgar has 3 players that definitely will have consideration for postseason honors inside the Merriwood Conference, with Gooden, Wolf, and Brewster.
It's been a team in this Merriwood South that's been building for a while. Of course, Edgar, a lot like Stratford, known as a football and a wrestling school, but not this year. These Edgar Wildcats are for real.
Vanderhoof for 3, can't get it to go. He missed it just to the right. Rebound to Gooden. Gooden in transition. See if he takes it himself behind the back dribble. He'll pull it out. Brewster looking inside, gets the top of the key to Baumgartner. Now to Gooden here on the near side. Stratford playing very much in Gooden's face. Has a real quick release.
Yep, straight man defense here for the Tigers, Dan.
Yep.
And no switching. They're sticking with, and one of those screens set there.
Yeah, Brewster can't get it to go, but it was a pretty good look for about 16 feet.
And it was a good look because they aren't switching. And we'll see if that continues to be the case here. And Edgar can set some nice screens and change perhaps that Stratford defense a little bit.
Scraw into the paint, loses it. Stolen away by Brewster. Brewster one-on-one. Little Euro step, can't get it to go. Rebound comes down to Baumgartner's arms, and he's fouled.
Yeah, I think Sight's going to pick up his second foul in the last minute or so of action. And, the Euro step got himself caught under the rim there just a bit, did Brewster.
Looks like they got the foul on Cody Miller.
Okay, well, fortunate for Stratford then.
It is.
As we see Scraw limping just a bit. He's going to head off.
Yep, Ulrich's in for Stratford. And Austin Schuett comes in for the Wildcats. It's first action of the night. Edgar 4 of 4 at the free throw line early for a 4-3 lead.
Well, and that's what a good team will do. Edgar, I mentioned the rankings, ranked number 7. That one stolen away. And a ranked team, a good team, will shoot well from the free throw line.
Yep. Wolf gets to the Gooden. Gooden's first shot of the day, and he buried it. There's that quick release. Edgar with the 1-2-2. 3-quarter court pressure here. Pick the ball up at the sideline. It's going to be another turnover.
Yeah, that was interesting there. Dahl thought he was fouled, and that's why he kind of let it go. Very tight sideline here as we got a timeout on the floor. We will take that timeout. 7-3, Edgar.
Experience choice at Mid-State Technical College. Experience your choice to learn with small, in-person classes, online classes, and innovative technology classes. Your choice of school to career or career to career support. Your choice to get started here and transfer as a junior to all UW colleges or with an associate degree in one of our 60 in-demand programs. Experience choice at Mid-State Technical College. Get started at mstc.edu.
Your locally owned Sherrill Tire and Service Center will keep you rolling and growing by coming to you with one of our 14 farm and commercial service trucks. Find your location at SherrillTire.com. Edgar Ball, Dan.
Yep. 4-point lead. Stratford looks like they're still coming out man defense. No changes coming out of the timeout. Sometimes coaches will kind of put a wrinkle in the first time or two down, knowing that the coach that called the timeout might have drawn something up. And Brewster throws it to the last chair on the Stratford bench. It's a turnover.
Well, that's where Scraw was sitting a moment ago. Now he's behind the bench working his limp out there a little bit.
Yep. Let's see how Stratford handles the pressure this time. Edgar wanting to trap right around the timeline. Stratford's got to get it over, and they do. Brucewitz in the game. Out of the timeout, handling the ball. Gets it to Dahl. Dahl looking inside. Post entry pass is there, but good backside help by Baumgartner. It's a turnover. Gooden, another 3. This one is blocked by Dahl. Baumgartner there to clean it up.
Well, you mentioned no post game, and that's probably generally true, but Baumgartner right there exerted his 6'4" frame and just in the right place at the right time, though, too.
Stratford able to get the ball across half court a little bit easier this time.
Stratford hasn't scored since that opening possession, Dan, and you got to think you're in a little bit of danger territory. I know we're only a couple minutes off the clock, but against a team that's better, a team that just beat you last week, you got to make some things happen here in the next couple minutes.
How many seniors did Stratford graduate last year?
Almost all of them.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean from the basketball team?
Yeah.
Yeah, there were enough, and some really good ones. Some really talented kids, and a lot of these kids. I did talk to Coach Schmidt before the game. He said that the biggest thing he's got working right now is just getting these kids acclimated on varsity basketball.
Yeah.
How to conduct yourself on the floor in a varsity basketball game, especially against a very experienced Edgar team. These guys have been together for a long time.
Yeah, especially coming up for the youth since probably third grade.
Mm-hmm.
Brucewitz to shoot 2. The first one hits nothing but net.
Well, and that's kind of the start of what I was talking about there, Dan. You got to make some things happen here as Scraw comes back on the floor. But you got to work hard against Edgar to begin with, and then you find yourself in a 6-point hole in the opening minutes.
Second free throw is also good. And it's not that Edgar has been the punching bag in the Merriwood. It's just a little bit different to see Edgar, kind of the bullies in Stratford, kind of taking it a little bit last week. 3 from the corner for Schuett, can't get it to go.
Yeah, historically speaking, Edgar's been, they put 10 football kids on the floor to play basketball.
Yep.
And they're a 500 team year in and year out, but this year's group really well put together.
Yep.
Probably going to get some email now from the Edgar folks. Hey, what do you mean they were just football players?
Ulrich into the lane. That's a real strong take to the basket. He's rewarded with 2 shots.
It's a compliment to say that you can take players that are, maybe their main sport is something else, and they're still competitive, on their basketball team.
That is the second foul in a row on Connor Wolf, so he'll have to head to the bench here. 2 shots for Ulrich. First one is good. Into the game, Weisenberger for Edgar. Looks like Dahlke's back in the game as well. Second free throw, also good.
All right, so Stratford hitting their free throws. They have come back now to within 2.
Both teams 4-4 at the line. Hot start. Something you don't necessarily see in high school basketball very often. Schuett finds Dahlke for a 14-footer. That's a tough shot. 14-foot from the side of the basket. That's not an easy one. Edgar up 11-7. Stratford trying to answer. This is Brucewitz. Brucewitz dribbles with his left hand. Good defense by the Wildcats. Dahl to reset the offense. Here's Brucewitz off a screen, but bad pass. Turnover back to the Wildcats.
Yeah, Brucewitz came in rather shallow off of that screen,
Yep.
and Dahl was thinking he was going to come out a little more wide, and just a miscommunication on the pass.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy that this is the 12th game that Stratford has played, and there is still some miscommunication sometimes. Happens with every team.
Yep.
Think about how many passes are made every single game. Gooden draws a crowd. Stratford does a good job getting it out of Gooden's hands. Gooden probably the best pure scorer in the Merriwood this year.
Yeah, maybe. They got away with one there. Cody Miller was out of bounds when he touched that ball. It will stay with Edgar, so I guess all things end well in that case. But, Hunter Wright from Auburndale would have something to say about
sure.
pure shooting. Save you the emails from the Auburndale crowd. Oh, man.
I get a lot of emails.
I know it.
Gooden for 3 from the wing. Got it.
Oh, man. Well, he's been practicing in the driveway with Sister McKenna. Yeah, that shows. That shows. Scraw gets that one knocked away. And
looks like he threw it out of bounds.
I was say last off of Brewster as he was throwing it towards the scorer's table.
Checking in for the Tigers, number 2, Riley Ballman.
And so Bauman's in the game for the Tigers. His first action.
Yeah, Scrod just wanted to keep that ball alive, did his best with it, and like on the other end now, Stratford stays with it. On the other end, Gooden scored it after the extra possession. See what Stratford can do here.
Good defense by Brewster. 3 from the corner for Scraw. Back iron, no good. Gooden with the rebound. Edgar pushing in transition. 3-on-2 opportunity. Gets it inside to Weisenberger, but can't finish.
Yeah, just that's one of those 2-foot chest passes that they're hard to handle. Weisenberger, he handled it, but that took his momentum away from the basket, I think.
For sure. Needed to pass it a step or two earlier, just finish it himself. That's a good post-entry pass inside to Skra. Back top of the key to Miller. Not a great pass.
Yeah. Miller was open, but the pass wasn't there. Not able to get the shot off.
Ballman goes baseline. Can't get it to go. Ball's still loose. Underneath, Ulrich for 2.
Very nice move there by Devin Ulrich. That aggressive hustle that I said Stratford had to have in that one, and Ulrich showed it there.
14-9, Edgar leads. Little under 9 to play.
Sorry, Dan, laughing. Checking the messages on YouTube, and the Auburndale crowd did check in after that.
Good.
Good.
We appreciate that. It keeps me humble.
I know. Geez, under 9 minutes in the half already. This has been a very fast-moving first half, and as I say it, it'll get slowed down with an Edgar timeout. 8:41 left when we come back to Edgar.
At V&H Automotive, you'll get the best price and best selection on all Ford, Lincoln, Chrysler, Ram, Dodge, and Jeep models guaranteed. At V&H, our friendly staff is always ready, here to serve you. No pressure, no gimmicks, just great deals, great service, and the best vehicles in central Wisconsin. Come see why our customers rate us #1.
V&H Automotive, a short drive from anywhere, or visit us at vhautos.com.
All right, thanks to sponsors like V&H for making sure these broadcasts stay completely live, completely free all year round. Speaking of, we will next be in Edgar a week from tomorrow. It is a girls-boys doubleheader, Auburndale-Edgar. So you'll watch girls basketball on Zalewski Sports at 5:45, and boys varsity to follow. Edgar-Auburndale doubleheader coming up next week, Tuesday.
Big game for both boys and girls.
Yeah, it certainly is. Wouldn't miss it for the world.
I'm probably not scheduled for it, so I won't be here.
I don't even know where I'm scheduled. We got one Tuesday to go before we get to that one.
Looked like Dalkey traveled. Yep, and they get him for it.
We got to get through tomorrow, Tuesday.
It's true.
Then we'll know maybe a little clearer who will be where the following Tuesday. But somebody will be here, and we'll show you both of those games. That's you're right though, Dan. Conference championship implications. We've got an update too on conference tiebreakers here with some of these teams probably not able to complete all their conference games on both boys and girls side.
Bruzewitz has the ball. Drives into the lane, has to put it back out to Miller. Now Miller to the free throw line, about a 12-foot hook shot, can't get it to go. Underneath, Ulrich gets the ball blocked inside by the Wildcats.
Yeah, Miller stopped in the lane, thought he was going to get himself a little more open. Then he turned out he was more open than he thought he was, and then all that ended up in a shot that was short.
Dalkey had a good look at it from top of the key, just hit back iron.
Yeah, both teams getting good looks. 5-point game here, 7:40 left in the half, but both teams getting quality looks.
For sure. Edgar's starting to up the defensive intensity a little bit, pushing Stratford outside the three-point line, making the inside passes to the post a lot longer. Kind of an acrobatic circus shot by Dahl, gets it to go.
Post move there. A little entry pass on the low block, and Stratford willing to work that ball inside. Cut the deficit to 3.
Stratford's playing well. Dalkey looking inside, finds Brame. Brame with the defender right in his face. Swings it over here. Brewster for 3, doesn't get it to go. Another one and done. Stratford bombing with the rebound.
Yeah, under 7, Stratford in good shape here. They have hung with it. They fell behind 9-3, but have gone on I guess what you call a mini run, a little 8-3 or 8-5 run. That's not really a run, but have been able to come back.
Bruzewitz for 3, misses it short. Gunnar with the rebound, wanting to push. Numbers aren't there. Brame in the corner, dribbles it towards the top of the key. That's Dalkey. Dalkey finds Brewster, another 14-foot jumper from the side. This one does not go. Miller comes down with the rebound.
Yeah, baseline shot. He's made a lot of those in gym class and in practice from that spot. Just misfired there.
Yeah, he chose to shoot that.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah. Brusewitz can't find any room. Brame playing pretty good defense on him.
Yeah, put a little shoulder there into Brame. Again, we mentioned the physical style here in the Merrillwood South, and that lived up to it there, but good defense on the other side of it.
Dahl hits a 3. We're tied at 14.
Well, there we go.
Stratford getting some shots to drop. Here's Gooden. Gooden passes up the 3, gets it out to Dahlke. Can't get it to go. Big rebound underneath by Baumgartner, and he's fouled.
Yeah, 6'4" Baumgartner out rebounding the 6'1" Ulrich there, and gets the induces the foul out of it.
The foul is on Ulrich, his first.
For the Tigers, number 10, Max Vanderhoek. Number 11, Jacob Straw. Number 32, Zach Sykes. Into the Wildcats, number 5, Connor Wolf.
Edgar bringing Wolf back out with 2 fouls with 5.5 to play.
Just looking for a little extra spark. This game obviously has narrowed, tied here at 14, so you're willing to roll the dice a little bit, see if you can find something.
Yep. Dahlke finds Brame. Brame double-teamed. Finds Dahlke in the short corner. Dahlke now goes baseline, spin move to his left. Passes it back outside. Now Stratford has increased the intensity a little bit here in the
I would say they have. They are all up in the business of these Wildcats right now.
Edgar playing a 50 offense, 5 out, no in, trying to get a lot more movement offensively.
They're getting the movement, but Stratford defense right there, and this will be a charge.
Yep.
Yeah, that Stratford.
A good call.
It was a perfect call. Stratford man defense there really befuddled Edgar on that trip down, and as it does, we get a timeout here. We'll see. It's a full timeout. Trevor, let's take one commercial break. We'll come back and give folks the Merrillwood Conference Championship tiebreakers and all that stuff after this commercial. Jason Zaleski here to tell you that Hewitt's Meat has you covered with simple, easy, and free home delivery. Residents of North Dakota, South Dakota, Minnesota, Iowa, Illinois, and Wisconsin get free. That's right. Free delivery on every order from Hewitt'sMeats.com. Choose from bratwurst, wieners, bacon, jerky, sausage, cheeses, ham, snack sticks, gift boxes, and even the popular grillers. With over 50 flavors of bratwurst, Hewitt's Meat with free delivery will please your entire family. Visit the store in Tomahawk, Marshfield, or Hewitt's Meat on Facebook today. All right, back here to Edgar. All right, so here's what we got. A lot of folks have been asking about conference championship, who gets it, how do you get it in the Merrillwood this year with these teams missing a disproportionate amount of games. So, some may play the whole conference schedule. Both Edgar and Auburndale, they played 9. You look down at the standings. Stratford's played 7. Depending how this all goes, girls basketball is even a little bit more lopsided. So here's how it works. It'll be at the end of it, you got to play 10 conference games to qualify for a conference title. And then they look at the loss column first. If you're tied in the loss column and your win percent is separated by less than 7%, then you're co-champions. If your win percent is greater than 7% of a team you share the loss column number with, then you're the outright champion.
Makes
Did I say
perfect
that right?
sense. Yeah.
Okay.
We'll have the documentation available later.
Yeah.
Wolf takes it to the hoop, blocked from behind by Seitz.
Pick up a folder on your way out.
Yeah.
It'll tell you about it. We'll keep you up to date at ZaleskiSports.com. That's it's going to be your best resource to go through this. But it brings that that'll be a backcourt violation there. It brings that 8-1. Depending on what happens with Auburndale this week and Edgar this week, of course. But big game, as you said, big game on next week Tuesday right here, Edgar Auburndale. Probably, if things hold until then, that probably decides the boys' side of it right there.
Yeah, it
probably.
Should. Yeah.
Girls a lot more muddy.
Yeah, it really is. Just looking at the standings, we got some teams with 12 games, some teams with 8. Yeah, it's.
And the team with 8, Assumption, is going to stay at 8 until next week.
The week
They're
after.
Not playing, the week after.
No, it is next week.
Stratford, breaking news, as Baumgartner, that one's short. The Stratford girls won't play again probably until the playoffs, so they will probably stay at 8-3. But they qualify for a conference title because they've played the minimum threshold. I mean, the girls is a mess.
Yeah, that's a bold strategy, 8-3, because you go by the loss column. See how it plays out for them.
But yeah, we had a big week of Stratford girls this week, but scratch it all. It's not happening. They are sitting out now.
Here's Connor Wolf, ball in the short corner, top of the key to Brewster. You could just see that Drew Gooden's getting upset by the defense against him. Wolf for 3. Misses this one just a little bit short.
Well, what are they going to do? They're going to call this on Baumgartner. Okay. Boy, it looked to me like Strahm might have actually cleared himself out there a little bit, but they're going to call that on Baumgartner. It just picks up his first.
Edgar, ice cold.
Yeah. Yeah, you mentioned Gooden a little frustrated. He plays emotional to begin with, and if he can keep his head in the game here, he'll come back in it. Points left on the floor yet for anybody.
Sure. So Stratford with the ball, a chance to take the lead. They have not led yet.
Well, they led 3-0 in the first minute. Yeah.
Miller cannot get that to go.
Yeah,
good effort.
Yeah, good effort there for by Bruzewicz. Just do what he could. You throw it back in under your own basket. I guess that's all right, but just a discombobulated possession there for the Tigers.
So Edgar looking to break the dry spell here. Gooden top of the key, inside to Baumgartner. Baumgartner eventually makes it out to Brewster for 3, and that's missed badly.
It was a nice pass from Wolf, but just not able to finish Baumgartner. Or Wolf, I mean.
Bruiser,
whatever I'm saying.
Miller can't get the shot to go.
Do you know what I'm saying? Do you? I don't.
I got you. Brewster, nice pass underneath to Baumgartner.
Oh, the dish, the dime down low. And Brewster, a little bit of payback there for his missed shots. A little bit of redemption as we get the Stratford timeout. 2:22 left in Edgar. Wildcats lead by 2.
Grassland Dairy Products is your match for an exciting new career today. Go to grassland.com to see the opportunities waiting for you. Browse through careers like CDL truck driver, shipping and receiving, line tech, quality assurance, forklift, maintenance tech, inventory associates, and more. Great compensation, weekly pay, and zero premium, company paid health, dental, and life. Apply now at grassland.com or in person at Grassland Dairy Products, Fairground Avenue, just south of Greenwood.
All right, here we go. 2:22 left to play here in the first half. Stratford calls the timeout. Dan, normally when I'm doing the play call, I'll ask you for some insight, but I'll still ask you now. You call the timeout there. You want to set your team up for the final 2 minutes here, right?
Yeah, the reason why Stratford called a timeout there, it's been a long time since Edgar scored, and Edgar immediately in their press. And I don't think Stratford was ready for it.
Okay. So they come down, they draw the foul. It'll be team foul number 5, I believe, is what we have there. Yep,
that's on Connor Wolf. That's his 3rd.
So there was Coach Huss. He rolled the dice, bringing him back in. Might have for the rest of the game and finished with 2 fouls, but now has 3, and he'll sit.
Dalkey replaces him. It's a good replacement.
It's good to have options. As that one thrown away on the inbound. Yeah, good if you can go 7-8 deep. You'll give yourself some options and give yourself an opportunity to absorb some of those fouls. And, Dalkey's a good one to bring in.
Yeah, it's really interesting. I've noticed doing a lot of games this year that a lot of our local teams are going very deep on their bench, 9, 10, sometimes 11 deep. And normally we don't have it, and that could be because of the masks and kids just trying to give everybody as much time as they can to get acclimated to the game and rest them.
Yeah, I happen to think a lot of it's because practice times are limited, and you're really practicing and playing at the same time. So coaches are having to go deep to figure out what they even have.
Yeah. Obviously, WIAA allowed 2 more extra games this year, so teams can play 24 instead of 22 in a 2-week condensed schedule as well. So in talking to the Mosinee coach the other night, he said, we don't practice. We're just playing games.
Yeah. So that kind of goes along with what I'm saying. Sometimes you find out what you have in the middle of a game.
Edgar tries to trap in the corner. Stratford able to pass out of it. Now across the timeline, Cody Miller.
And good job there by the other 3 from Stratford, just vacating that backcourt and drawing that pressure away from the ball handlers from Stratford.
Dahl, top of the key, finds Vanderhoof. Vanderhoof gets to the short corner, picks up his dribble. Edgar defense trying to trap. Looks like we're going to get Baumgartner with the second. Let's take a look.
Yeah, Stratford bailed out there with the foul call. They had themselves in trouble with that ball in the short corner. Really, if that progresses for another half a second, it's likely a Stratford turnover.
Yeah.
But the foul comes, and foul number 6. It is the second, and Baumgartner will head to the bench.
Weisenberger replaces him. 62 seconds left in the first half. Edgar by 2.
A very low-scoring game. That's obviously going to work in Stratford's favor coming into the second half.
Vanderhoof hounded by Schuett. Miller dribbles left-handed all by himself. Good help side defense by Gooden to get a turnover.
Yeah, and on that drive, Brewster got his hand on the ball a little bit too. Really threw that whole thing off.
Brewster drives into 4 guys, turns it over. Vanderhoof, kind of a trick dribble between his legs, able to get it outside. This is Miller for 3, misses it short. Ball's loose in the corner. It's going to go back to the Wildcats.
Yeah, Scraw had a choice there. Let it go, which is the option he took, or go flying into the Edgar bench. I'm not quite ready for that yet. Now with 27 seconds left in the game, maybe you do, but 27 seconds left in the first half, you live to fight another day.
Yeah, you don't want to dive into the opponent's bench very often.
Now, especially in the first half.
Yeah. Gooden gets the ball poked away by Dahl. Kind of a long pass underneath. This is Weisenberger. Fouled. See if they got him shooting.
Boy, I don't think he was, and they don't. They call it on the floor. Just like on the other end. Oh, all right. Well, that fooled me. But just like on the other end, bailed out with the foul call and a couple of free throws for Aiden Weisenberger.
First one's good.
And before that free throw, Coach Schmidt, Stratford there, calling out the next play.
Both teams perfect from the free throw line tonight. Sportcaster's jinx right here.
You will find out. Yeah, you're horrible. You are a horrible human being.
Every time.
5 seconds.
This got to be about a 25-footer. Looks like he might have got it off. It would have counted.
Yeah, it certainly would have. Comes up long, and that brings our first half to a close. It is Edgar at the halftime break, 17-14 over Stratford. We'll be back in 2 minutes with our halftime report, sponsored by Fleet Farm. We'll be right back.
At the Granite Shop, we take great pride in what we do. We offer high-quality natural stone granite as well as a huge selection of man-made stone. With full slabs as well as a variety of partial remnants, you'll have no problem finding the stone that was meant for you. Our high-end, high-quality granite, quartz, and marble is perfect for any kitchen, bathroom, or remodel need. We are locally owned and operated on County Road C near Stratford. We service all of Wisconsin.
Jenny Shaner, Realtor First Weber, has been a Central Wisconsin resident her entire life. That means she has the inside edge on knowing the landscape and what it takes to care for your real estate needs. Whether you're buying or selling, Jenny Shaner, Realtor First Weber, is your friend and neighbor, ready to help.
I'm Jenny Shaner, Realtor First Weber, with experience in residential and commercial real estate. Let's work together as a team for a win in your next real estate transaction.
No interest in water sports? Biking not really your thing? Want to add some excitement to your camping trip? Need more fun in your life? Hit the trails with an ATV or side-by-side from Bill's Service Center. At Bill's, your passion is our passion, and you'll find your fun with the latest from Can-Am or Polaris off-road products. When you need more fun, you need Bill's.
Bill's Service Center, where the adventure begins.
Bauer & Fine Business Technologies is your complete office technology solution. For 60 years, Bauer & Fine Business Technologies has been serving school districts, municipalities, counties, religious organizations, and businesses in Wisconsin and beyond. Visit b-bt.com and let Bauer & Fine Business Technologies be your complete office technology solution. That's b-bt.com.
Welcome back to Edgar High School. We're at halftime. Edgar leads Stratford 17-14. It's time now for the Fleet Farm halftime show. Fleet Farm, is your vehicle ready for winter weather? Fleet Farm has everything from wiper blades, batteries, auto chemicals, even snow tires, and it's all at low fleet prices. Stay safe on the road this winter with Fleet Farm. Leading scorers, Stratford Tigers. 5 points for Camden Dahl, 4 points for Devin Ulrich, 3 for Cody Miller, and 2 for Cade Brusewitz. Low scoring half, that's 14, 4-4 at the line for Stratford in the first half. For the Edgar Wildcats, 6 points apiece for Drew Gooden and Braden Baumgartner, 2 apiece for Austin Dahlke and Connor Wolf, and 1 for Aiden Weisenberger, who was 1 of 2 at the line. I jinxed him at the end. You blame me, Edgar fans. 5 of 6 as a team from the line. So the two teams shot a combined 9 of 10 from the free throw line. Very hot shooting, at least from the free throw line. The game started out kind of low scoring. Connor Wolf has 3 fouls for Edgar. Cody Miller, 2 for Stratford. And Stratford got to the 3-0 lead. Edgar pushed the lead to 5 or 6. Stratford came back, and it's been nip and tuck the whole rest of the way. These two teams played last week, as we said a little bit earlier, a 61-34 Wildcat win, a 27-point win. If you look at where we're at now, 17-14, it's a completely different game. And if you are the coach of Stratford Tigers, you are happy with the way that this game is being played and at this pace. Welcome back.
Yeah, what'd I miss?
Not too much. It's still 17-14.
All right, good. Good. We got through the numbers?
Yep.
We're good there? Okay, I want to go through some of that news I talked about during the first half. I think we were in a timeout, so I went through it a little faster than I would have liked. So let's talk about it again. First, the first part of breaking news, Stratford girls basketball team is shut down now until February 3rd, which is interesting. And it's too bad that these things have to happen, but they do. But shut down until February 3rd. You need 5 practice days, so then now you're February 8th, and the playoffs start February 9th. So it seems that Stratford girls basketball will next be seen during the playoffs, which is, yeah.
Yeah, that's a little bit unfortunate.
It's tough, yeah.
Right? I know that they have an athlete who's real close to 1,000 points, so hopefully she's able to get that. She only needs a couple. But, you know, with those issues and you lose maybe 4 or 5 games, what was once a guarantee is kind of a hope she gets it.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, that'd be a tough break all the way around to, say they don't happen to win that playoff game, and maybe you leave yourself a couple points short or something. It would be tough. That'd be a tough story to write for anybody. So that was that part there. I just wanted to kind of say that a little bit slower. And as a result, any girls basketball games you see at ZaleskiSports.com broadcast this week for Stratford are now scratched. So we'll get to getting those updated on the website. But if you do see one, because we were just told a little while ago. So that's what's going on there. We had a Stratford girls game tomorrow, and then I think we had marathon on Thursday. So those will not happen for sure this week. Okay, and then the other thing we talked about, Dan, along that way, because we were looking at these standings here, Merrillwood South standings. There was a Merrillwood conference meeting just a number of days ago where the main topic, or at least for us anyway, what we were mainly interested in, was talking about how in the world do you decide, because some of these teams, now Stratford, will not play a full conference schedule. They're at 8-3. They will be stuck, if you will, froze at 8-3, better word for it. That will be their final conference record at this point. So how do you go about choosing or assigning or earning a conference championship? Well, here's what the conference has decided. Tie-breaking goes like this. You first have to play 10 games in the conference. So as I look over there, Assumption's at 6-2. They need to play 2 games to qualify for a conference title. Auburndale the same. They're also on a shutdown right now.
Auburndale?
Yeah. Now theirs will be lifted along with Assumption, I believe, on Monday, so they'll be back in action. So you would figure those 2 teams will get to 10. Edgar's already at 8-4; they're over that 10. Marathon's at 10. So the first thing is you need 10 conference games played. The second thing is we look at the loss column, and if you are the only 2-loss team and everybody else has more, you're the conference champ. Even if you're, hypothetically 8-2, and somebody else is 12-3, you're the champ at 8-2.
That's
what the decision made or said.
Yeah, you have to make a decision.
Well, you do. There should be a conference champ, and so that's how that part works. So, in that scenario, that 12-3 team may be a little upset, but this is what they decided. The next thing is, so if you're both 8-3, so Stratford's 8-3, let's say somebody else was at the end of it, which could happen, I suppose. In that case, you would be tied just like normal. You'd be tied at the record. You would be co-champions.
Co-champions happens all the time.
It does happen all the time. Yeah. It happened in the Merriwood South boys last year, Stratford Auburndale, wasn't it? Does that seem right? No, that doesn't seem right.
I don't think Stratford lost last year.
No, you're right. They didn't. They had co-conference players of the year. That's what I was thinking of. Anyway, it happens all the time. So. If you've played 10 games, but you and the team that both have the same number of losses have an uneven or an unequal number of conference games played, then the next tiebreaker is if your win percent is 7% or higher, then you're the champion. If it's 7% or lower, that separates the two teams with identical loss numbers, then you are co-champions.
So 8-3 and 9-3.
You would be co-champions.
Probably co-champs.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. That's how that would work. And, anything's up for grabs. So, Edgar 8-4, Stratford 8-3, Assumption 6-2, Auburndale 5-3, and Marathon still right there at 5-5. So that is not decided yet. Now, on the boys basketball side, it's a little clear as far as the top of the standings. These Edgar Wildcats are 8-1, Auburndale 8-1. They play each other a week from tomorrow, so that could get sorted out in 8 days' time. Newman is 6-3. The upstart Newman Cardinals, by the way, boys basketball Cardinals. Marathon 5-4, the Stratford Tigers 3-4. That's why the win today for Stratford is important, at least to get out of the second place heap a little bit, and then Assumption comes in at 1-8. So it seems like on the boys' side we're more likely to just have two teams to worry about trying to break a tie, even if there is one. And it seems like, depending on what happens today, if Edgar were to win this game, and we are far away from knowing who's winning or losing this one, the winner there could really put themselves in a spot to win a championship.
Yeah, and just thinking about the calendar now,
yeah,
we're going to find out the girls' brackets this weekend.
Saturday.
Already.
Yeah.
So there's going to be a lot of news along those lines. Looking at the boys' standings, you talked about the upstart Newman Cardinals.
Mm-hmm.
Huge benefactors of the reshuffling of the regionals and the sectionals. They are definitely the favorite to go to state this year. Edgar is going to start. Same starting five for both sides. Connor Wolf, little alley-oop attempt, not there. Swings it to Gooden. Three-pointer from the wing, gets it.
Been watching too much college basketball, Dan. I was expecting a slam dunk on the other end of that, but I realize this is not Big Ten basketball.
I have seen Connor Wolf attempt a dunk this year.
All right.
He was fouled hard. Got a foul here towards half court.
On Saturday, I saw here's what happened. The ball went through. The rim was touched. I gave it a 5.3 on the dunk meter. That was a Spash basketball player, boys basketball.
So the ball fell through the rim as he pulled the rim down?
Yeah, 5.3. Maybe put that one up on Instagram later.
Edgar really hounding Stratford ball handlers right now. This is a good right-handed take by Camden Dahl.
Very nice take there by Dahl. The leading scorer for the Tigers, he's missed some games. They're glad to have him on the floor, and that was one of the reasons why.
So 2016, already a lot more scoring than we saw the last 4 or 5 minutes of that first half. Dahlke looking inside. Gooden top of the key, shot fake. Gets it back to Dahlke for three from the wing, and he hit that one.
Nice shot there. One slight defensive change, Dan. Stratford, they are now switching on those screens. They didn't in the first half. They are now.
10-second violation. That seemed like a quick 10 seconds.
Yeah, not a very good judge of time. I don't wear a watch, so I can't tell you for sure. But that's the call was made.
I'm late for everything. Right. That could have been 4 seconds as far as I know. I almost missed tonight's game. I went to the wrong gym.
Oh, we're glad you're here. Better you here than at an empty gym.
That's true.
Baumgartner now on the outside. Edgar again works the ball around the perimeter here, Dan. Now take from Brewster.
Nice pass underneath to Baumgartner.
So a lot like Stratford in those early moments. We'll keep it here. We just got back from halftime, so we'll keep it here. But, I mentioned that during the first half, Dan, early in that first half, Stratford had some very nice quality possessions, very patient. That time, that was Edgar's version of that. Just very patient, work the ball around the outside, and then, on that weak side there, you get the penetration from the baseline. You draw that guy out open as the help defense comes. Baumgartner just left alone on the block.
Yep. And Edgar's doing a really good job offensively, knowing the way that Stratford has played them, of isolating someone on the wing on this side and making sure that they have either Dahlke or Gooden staying free throw line or top of the key so that it opens up the lane. They can go baseline going left-handed, and the help is really slow to come over because they have to stay close to the two shooters.
Mm-hmm.
That was obviously an emphasis in the locker room.
Yeah, that's Coach Huss in there. Making those small adjustments that turn into big things during the game. So 16-11 left. We had a Stratford timeout there early as they fall behind now by 9. They do have the ball now.
Yeah, it's a good timeout.
Yeah.
Stratford struggling a little bit with this Edgar press. They're going to get it across this time. This is Dahl. Dahl loses control. In trouble, gets it to Miller, top of the key.
Yeah, Coach Huss wanted a dribbling violation there. Didn't get it. Now that he does get the turnover, though.
Connor Wolf loses control, gets it out. Brewster driving to the lane. Kick pass to Dahlke from the wing where he just made the last one. Missed this one long. Somehow gets his own rebound. Wolf underneath. Slip pass to Baumgartner, and Edgar starting to roll.
That Dahlke, I was just about to say, if Dahlke at least stays in his spot, didn't even have to follow, just stood there, he would have got the ball. But somehow the Stratford defense there, I don't know what, that was just a malfunction there. No good reason Edgar got that ball back.
Nice two passes underneath. Stratford can't get it to go. Scrod just missed from point-blank range, and they're going to get a gift here.
Yeah, just a ill-advised pass, obviously. And Tigers needed the extra possession.
Yep. Ulrich is going to come in for Seitz. Stratford very fortunate to get this possession back.
Very. And now you got to do something with it. Now you got to score the ball.
Lob pass out to Skra. Ulrich actually.
Look at Dahlke hustle here.
Brewster down the lane. Gets it to Dahlke, back to Wolf. Gooden, one extra pass to Brewster in the corner, can't get it to go. Skra with the rebound.
Had all the trimmings of a fantastic possession.
Mr. Zaleski over here was already checking the clock to see to see where the highlight was going to be.
That's right, I was. And didn't come.
Rebound to Dahlke. Wolf, no-look pass, just led Baumgartner just a little bit too much. It's a turnover.
Even if that pass is on target, that's a tough one to handle. That had a little bit of smoke on it coming through. And another one of those passes, in tight quarters like that, and Baumgartner with a head of steam, probably going to head out of bounds. Even if he does catch that ball, he's probably going with it out of bounds.
Yeah, and honestly, the no-look pass not really needed.
No.
It looks great, but you also just threw it to the wall.
They heard your highlight comment. We get a steal.
Yep, it's going to be off Stratford.
So steal by Gooden, and then as the ball bouncing, goes off of Dahl's right foot and out of bounds, and Edgar back with the ball up by 11.
Yes, Stratford doesn't have real good posture right now.
No.
The kids are feeling down a little bit. Brewster in the corner, gets it to Wolf. Wolf dribbles left-handed into the lane. He's going to take it himself.
Yeah, foul on the floor.
Layup, but
yeah, you've mentioned that posture and getting a little bit down, and it's tough not to because this team just beat you at your place a week ago, and now you're at their place down by 11 in the second half. I mean, it's tough to get your mentals right in a situation like this.
Gooden Baumgartner, let's see if Gooden comes off a screen. He does. There he is. It's going to be a 16-foot jumper. Missed it short.
Yeah, nice design, nice inbound play there by Coach Huss. Got the guy they wanted with the ball.
It's almost like I've seen this. Seen these out-of-bounds plays.
Uh-huh.
Ulrich Gets the ball to Brusewitz. Now on the near side, Dahl. Dahl looking, picked up his dribble. He's in trouble. Gets it to Vanderhoof. Vanderhoof in the corner.
Boy, he's half a second away from a 5-second call there.
Yep. Yeah, the Edgar defense is really starting to bother Stratford.
Yeah, just nowhere to go right there. You get your hand in the passing lane, you don't get the ball, but it further firms the idea that our defense is better than your offense.
Yep. So Miller comes in for Stratford, and Schuett comes in for the Wildcats, replacing Connor Wolf with the 3 fouls. Probably a good idea to give him a couple minutes here. Stratford, I feel like Stratford needs one here.
Well, they've needed one these last couple possessions, but yeah, tough. Double-digit deficit as we come up on 6 minutes into the half here.
That's a contested 3 for Miller, missed it short. Baumgartner with the rebound. Edgar looking to run.
Just that little agitation. Now Gooden on the other end.
Almost got it to go.
Yeah.
Rebound comes down to Skra.
It's almost like Edgar keeps giving Stratford these extra opportunities. Tigers, though, just have not found a way to make something happen.
Ulrich working, spinning, able to find it underneath. Stratford really having a difficult time finding open shots. Even point blank at the rim, just not able to pull the trigger on.
And just a straight man defense too.
Yep.
Just a hustle in your face defense.
Brusewitz for 3, got it.
Well, they had to have that one, and nice shot there by the junior Cade Brusewitz.
Another assist to Vanderhoof.
Yeah, finally able to make Edgar pay on their loose exchanges down on this end. Now a clean block by Miller.
Kind of an out-of-control layup attempt at Brusewitz. Can't get it. Ball's loose. Dalkey has it. Dalkey gets it over to Schuett for 2. Nice transition basket by Edgar.
Yeah, just really good ball control there. That was actually a 3-on-2 fast break. It may not have looked like it to the folks at home, but Edgar did it so well that just really able to get down the floor nicely.
Yep. Miller just barely missed that. There was about a 10-foot runner. It was halfway down and it came out. We have a foul on Edgar. It's on Baumgartner. He has 3.
Yeah, we're going to get a timeout here. Edgar with 12:14 left to play. Wildcats lead by 10. A&B Process Systems has been a proud member of the Stratford community since 1973. You can find your next career in engineering, welding, and more at A&B Process Systems. Our campus also includes our exclusive Factory Acceptance Testing Center with full-service testing capabilities to ensure that your equipment will perform to your expectations. Visit A&B Process Systems on Facebook today for more information. Spectrum Benefit Solutions with offices in Wausau, Stevens Point, Wisconsin Rapids, Medford, and now in Spencer. Spectrum Benefit Solutions is your group benefits provider for health, dental, accident, and life insurance. Spectrum Benefit Solutions works with hundreds of clients of all sizes to help you attract and retain the best employees. Find Spectrum Benefit Solutions on Facebook to get started. Danger territory here for Stratford, Dan. 10-point deficit with the ball. They need to score this one, I think.
Yep. Skra finds Dahl. Long 2-pointer. Can't get it to go. Gooden with the rebound.
And I say you need to score, but now on the other end, if you give up the points, momentum already with Edgar.
Brewster looks like he got hit in the chest or in the jaw. No call. Not able to get it go. It's Marywood South basketball.
Marywood South basketball.
3 in rhythm for Kim Dahl. Was able to catch it and step into it. And drained it. Down to 7. Weisenberger fresh in the game. It's at the Baumgartner.
Yeah, and being in single digit now for the Stratford Tigers at single digit deficit, you don't feel like you got to be perfect when you do that. And you get the rebound here and get the ball. But that's kind of the difference, the psychological difference between a double digit deficit and a single digit. Yep. You don't feel like you got to force everything.
It's true. Dahl again for 3. This one doesn't go. Schuett with the ball. They're going to get a foul on this.
Well, it's only the second team foul, so it's not the worst thing there. You try to go after one of the bench players a little bit and see if you can get him to make a mistake. And you just missed the shot, so you see if you can just get it back real quick and slip up. It is a second on Ulrich, but again, only the second team foul, so no real harm there. It's still Edgar ball in the end.
Wolf and Dahlke back in the game for Edgar. Definitely an upgrade for what they had the last couple of minutes. Edgar can be patient, need good shots, playing good defense. Stratford has to keep getting stops.
Yep, near steal there.
Yep. Wolf, skip pass to Dahlke. Dahlke shot fakes. Ball reverses. This is Connor Wolf. Connor Wolf driving into the lane. Interior pass to Dahlke. Not there.
Yeah, good defensive set here for the Tigers.
Let's see if Coach calls a set play here. It's going to be Dahlke for 3.
Yeah, why call a set play when you can just tell 3 to hit a 3?
Yeah.
It's an easy one.
He definitely has a hot spot, right? He's 2 of 3 there this half.
And right there.
Almost the exact same spot.
On that, there's a green X right there, and I can see it. And that's even the one he missed. He shot right from that green X right there. He likes that spot.
Every shooter has a spot they like to shoot from.
Wouldn't it be nice, though, where you are good, like your spray chart, and you just put it on the actual floor? That's amazing. I see what's going on here.
Stratford down 32-22, 10-10 left to play in this one. Bauman, skip pass to Miller. Miller looking inside. Nothing doing. Not a whole lot of movement for the Stratford offense right now. This stolen away by Connor Wolf. 2-on-1 opportunity. Wolf gets the shot. Back to Wolf. Left-handed layup.
There you go. Little give and go for those two on the fast break down the floor. And on the other end, Stratford just pressing there a little bit. And again, that was that double-digit difference. They were trailing by 10. You thought I got to really do something fantastic here, and then you ended up giving it away.
3 from the corner is long from Bauman.
Yeah, nice work down there by Ulrich. This time we'll get the foul called on Gooden as he comes over the back of Ulrich, working hard under the defense or under the offensive boards. Drexler Transport has flatbed driving opportunities that pay you 5 cents per mile premium over van. At Drexler Transport, drivers are always home for their requested time off. Drexler Transport, a family-oriented company that treats you like family. Visit DrexlerTransport.com to apply today.
Brusewitz to inbound. The quick hitter underneath to Bauman. Looked like it was there for a second, but not able to get it to him.
Just a second it was there.
Yep. So Stratford has to get to work here.
Yeah, you trail by 12. We've got a half of a half left.
Dahl almost turns it over. Good job getting on the floor. Vanderhoof's to the rim, can't get it to go. Gooden has it, pushes up the court quickly.
What people at home may not have seen there is Gooden actually reached down and helped Dahl back up off the floor.
Connor Wolf for 2 in the harm.
Wow. Well, that was impressive. Maybe we'll put that one on the highlight later. Well, I'll tell you, I was impressed with that. I mean, in a live ball situation, you help a guy from the other team up off the floor. I'm all right with that.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff like that happens all the time during games. That's fantastic to see. Wolf hits the free throw to complete the three-point play. 3 of 3 at the line. This lead has ballooned to 15.
Yeah, Edgar in position now to kind of put this one to bed here, and we still have 8:45 left or so. But Edgar in good shape here. Stratford calls the timeout. Edgar leads by 15.
Experience choice at Mid-State Technical College. Experience your choice to learn with small, in-person classes, online classes, and innovative technology classes. Your choice of school to career or career to career support. Your choice to get started here and transfer as a junior to all UW colleges or with an associate degree in one of our 60 in-demand programs. Experience choice at Mid-State Technical College. Get started at mstc.edu.
Welcome back, Edgar High School.
Awards and More is your one-stop location for awards, plaques, trophies, embroidery, screen printing, and promotional products. Awards and More, also the proud sponsor of the Zaleski Sports Athlete of the Month. Visit Awards and More on Facebook to begin your next trophy order. I put in a order this morning at Awards and More for 2 plaques.
Nice.
Yeah.
Athlete of the month is Freiboth.
December it was.
December
yep.
was.
Yeah. Mosney girls basketball player Alexis Freiboth. Yeah, that's right. And we got a couple contestants we've already kind of thought about for January. We do take recommendations, by the way, so you can get a hold of us on the webpage, on our social media pages. Tell us who you think you'd want to see nominated for that award.
Great defense by Edgar, stopping Skra there on the drive to the basket. Stratford not able to solve Edgar tonight offensively. The defense has been real tough. That's a long three for Bruzewicz. One and done.
No, that's a big statement to make at any level of basketball or sport, I guess, for that matter, when you can say our defense is better than your offense.
Wolf back to the basket. Always left-handed, always strong with it.
That was pretty good.
All the way to the basket is Dahl. Dahl has shown up. He now has 12 of Stratford's 24. Gooden finds Wolf. Wolf driving baseline again.
Yeah, little shuffle there at the end. He doesn't think he did, but he did.
Yeah.
Took 2 steps and then kind of a little hop.
Little hop.
Yeah. Well, 15-point lead. Again, I talked about that game prior. That was back on January 15th, 61-34, Edgar. So that's a little bit of where we're headed right now, I think.
Yeah, Stratford has put in the good fight here. 7:25 to play.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen things happen. I'm not, certainly don't go away from the broadcast, but I've seen some things happen, and we've got an injury on the floor here, so we're going to send Zach Seitz off to get looked at to the bench. Back in the game comes Devin Ulrich. Dan, you have too, and I don't want to bring up some bad memories, but you've seen some comebacks go both ways, and it can happen, and without warning.
Yeah, I do remember a certain state semifinal game.
Up
about 12.
You brought
about
it up.
this much time left. And
I was sitting there on the side on the baseline, and I saw it.
Yeah. Thanks for that.
Yeah. Well.
Have a fall on Edgar.
There was there were boys sectional finals that night, and there was some question about where I was going to be headed, and I'll tell you that loss not only disrupted your plans, it disrupted mine as well. So we're both feeling ill about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was actually on the sideline planning out the state final game because it was going to be the next morning right away.
Yeah.
A couple threes and turnovers, and it turns real quick.
Well, and it can, and Stratford still has that in front of them. Now, time's getting short here, but they do still have it in front of them. But they're going to have to find a way, and on a dime here, to solve this Edgar defensive pressure. I mean, they got to solve it right now.
Yeah. Stratford is a good team. Edgar's holding them to 24 points right now in Merriwood South.
Yeah.
A lot of real good offenses in the conference. A three from the corner for Cody Miller.
Very nice set play there for the Tigers. Got it when they needed it.
Yeah, needed that one. It's Brewster. Brewster finds Gooden top of the key over to Dahlke. Skip pass to Gooden from the wing. Got it.
Well, so Drew Gooden claps back. So just when you think, if you're Stratford, hey, we got a little something cooking here, you give up a three on the other end.
Yeah, he made it from the green X.
Well, telling you, those aren't there just by coincidence. Took me a minute to figure out why the X's were on the floor, but I know. I mean, they're green and red. I mean, that's make miss.
This is Cody Miller for three.
So back-to-back threes by Miller, and doing what he can to keep his team within striking distance. Less than 6 minutes left in the game. 12-point Edgar lead.
Back and forth. Gooden trying to direct traffic out near half court.
So there's your Coach Huss set play you were looking for a couple minutes ago. See what they do with this one here.
Brewster underneath. Post move, he's fouled.
Yeah, fouled from behind by Skra. Brewster got himself in nice position down low, and as he's twisting and turning, gets hit over the back by Skra.
Skra's got 4 now. Brewster averaging 16 a game. This is his first free throws, trying to get the scorebook for the first time. Able to. So Stratford's done a really good job bottling him up tonight.
Yeah.
But, again, when you play Edgar, it's tough because you have 3 guys that can score at will, and it's hard to take away 3 guys. You can take away 1.
Yeah, you got to make some choices if you're Coach Schmidt, and obviously you made those choices at practice. If they had a Sunday practice yesterday, and I'm sure they did, you make those choices. You tell your guys, as Brewster misses the back end of that. But you're right. What do you do when your choice worked, yet the other ones are working even better?
Yep. Miller with the ball, goes baseline, good help defense by Baumgartner.
Or I should say the ones you thought you could let go, making you pay.
Yep. Dahl looking inside, skip pass to Vanderhoof, drives into the basket, knocked away by Edgar. It's going to stay with Stratford.
Yeah, now if you're Stratford 5:03 left, you almost feel like you need another three-pointer here.
Yeah.
You'll take points, but you just get that feeling that at least the guys on the floor are thinking, I got to make a big shot, a tough shot even.
Yeah, and I would expect that if Stratford were to score, that we'd see some sort of full court pressure. We have not seen that from Stratford yet. Stolen away by Brewster. He's by himself. Easy lay-in.
Yep, Kyle Brewster just made his own offense there, and
45-30.
Yeah, 15 points now.
That's a long 2.
I'll tell you, Cody Miller is heated up here in these last couple minutes. If you're Coach Schmidt, maybe you just try to get the ball into his hands.
Connor Wolf, the defense wasn't looking.
Scratch that. He's got to play on both ends. You can be hot on this end, but you got to play on the defensive end, and Stratford with a letdown there defensively.
And Edgar doing a good job poking the ball away without fouling right now. Bruzowitz with the ball top of the key. Looked like they were going to set up a double screen for him, but swing it the other way. This is Miller. Miller hot, his last 3 shots. Out of bounds.
Yeah, he over dribbled it there a little bit and turned the corner. There was no baseline to be had there, and the ball just sails out of bounds.
Yeah, just lost control of it. Yep. The last time down, Connor Wolf had the easy lay-in going baseline. Coaches always say, find your man and ball, and try to imprint that on everybody's minds from grade school, and that's the reason why.
Mm-hmm. Oh, nice
Dalkey,
pass.
This is a back iron. Rebound comes straight out to Gooden. Edgar can reset the offense.
Yeah, long rebound there, advantage Wildcats.
Brewster for 3, halfway down.
Man, that was everything but in.
Hit the rim 4 times.
Yep.
Somehow. Bruzowitz finds Miller top of the key. Swings it on the far side. Vanderhoof inside now. Ulrich can't go.
Rim tight on that end now, too. That hit a couple times.
Yep. And nobody there to rebound for Stratford.
But all that's happened in the meantime here, Dan, is that the time has just kept ticking off this clock, and the lead for Edgar stays at 15.
Yeah. Yeah, Edgar doesn't look worried.
They
haven't most of the game.
Yeah, and they at this point they shouldn't. With the defense they've played, we'll keep it here. With the defense Edgar has played, with a 15-point lead, if you make or miss on this end, it is the least of their worries.
Yeah.
Take the first step to building your customized home with Stratford Homes. Visit StratfordHomes.com to see floor plans, schedule a tour, or begin the design of your new customized home from Stratford Homes. With a 110,000 square foot indoor construction facility and model home village located in the heart of central Wisconsin, Stratford Homes has been an industry leader in the systems built home market since 1973. Visit StratfordHomes.com today to get started. They're 2 years older than I am, so been there the whole time. What do we have there?
That's the green X.
Yeah, well, so that's what I've been talking about. So when you can put your spray chart on the floor, that's a big advantage, Dan.
Yeah, a lot of officials will make them pull this up actually if it's taped, which looks like it's got to be taped.
It is, and obviously, a gym class situation. I would think playoffs for sure. That's got to have to come off. No matter what it's for. Now, again, I'm making some allegations here, but
yeah, I am pretty sure that the Edgar players know where that X is, whether it's there or not.
Yeah.
You're just helping Stratford.
303.
We're going to shoot from the green X.
Well, and the Tigers have not caught on to that like I have.
Good and in some trouble. Call a timeout.
All right, let's take that one. 2:55 left. We'll be back to Edgar after this.
At V&H Automotive, you'll get the best price and best selection on all Ford, Lincoln, Chrysler, Ram, Dodge, and Jeep models guaranteed. At V&H, our friendly staff is always ready, here to serve you. No pressure, no gimmicks, just great deals, great service, and the best vehicles in central Wisconsin. Come see why our customers rate us #1.
V&H Automotive, a short drive from anywhere, or visit us at vhautos.com.
I got to the exit before.
47-32, Dan. Edgar will carry a 15-point advantage for the final 2:55 coming out of the timeout. Coach Huss tells his guys what in that timeout?
Just stay calm, make sure that we take care of the ball. Probably went over how many timeouts Edgar has. I'm not tracking it. They probably have 2 timeouts, I would say.
And Coach Schmidt is asking his guys to come back to the table. He's got 5 on the floor, and he's looking to put a 6th in. And now he'll bring Vanderhoof out, and in instead comes Cade Bruzowitz. So a little confusion out of the Stratford huddle.
So likely what happened was Vanderhoof was subbed out the last time out, didn't leave for any amount of time, so he can't sub back in until a second ticks off the clock.
And that's why he sits at the scorer's table now.
Yep.
I think Coach Schmidt was the only one who noticed that. I don't think the officials had that figured out.
I don't think so.
They would have let it go, I think.
As a licensed official, I would never have seen it.
Yeah.
Edgar being very patient. Gooden, top the key to Dahlke. And no real hurry, of course. No shot clock in the WIAA. Probably won't be. Gooden closely guarded, able to make some progress towards the hoop, resetting the timer. Wolf finds Brewster top the key, back to Wolf on the wing.
Plenty of patience here offensively for these Wildcats. Just like you said, Dan, coming out of that timeout.
Wolf goes baseline, stepped on the line.
Yeah, a little hesitation there. Maybe overdid it on the patience. But, in the meantime, you take 43 seconds off the clock.
Yep.
Yeah, you turn it over, but the 43 seconds, and you just inch closer and closer to moving your record to 9-1.
Yep, you see it on the wall.
It's easy to add up that way.
Yeah. It's nice that they have the standings on the wall. Not a lot of places do that.
I can think of very few.
Yeah. This is Dahl. Stratford needing to score quick. Vanderhoof, skip pass to Dahl for 3. Hit it.
Yeah, Coach Schmidt goes to the timeout, and we'll take one more. How's that sound? 12-point Edgar lead. Jason Zaleski here to tell you that
nice.
Hewitt's Meat has you covered with simple, easy, and free home delivery. Residents of North Dakota, South Dakota, Minnesota, Iowa, Illinois, and Wisconsin get free. That's right. Free delivery on every order from Hewitt'sMeats.com. Choose from bratwurst, wieners, bacon, jerky, sausage, cheeses, ham, snack sticks, gift boxes, and even the popular grillers. With over 50 flavors of bratwurst, Hewitt's Meat with free delivery will please your entire family. Visit the store in Tomahawk, Marshfield, or Hewitt's Meat on Facebook today. All right, 1:47 left here in Edgar. Make sure to stay tuned for a Nasonville Dairy postgame show. Nasonville Dairy, fresh cheese curds made daily, NasonvilleDairy.com. We will talk to Coach Dave Huss and a Zaleski Sports Highlight House player of the game, so make sure to stay tuned for that. In the meantime, folks that checked in online, we got Bryce, Annabelle, Andrew, and Doogie. There we go.
Edgar, looks like they're going to go to 9-1.
Yep.
Auburndale, again, 8-1. They have Marathon tomorrow night.
Well, that'll be an interesting game for Auburndale.
Yep.
Marathon's got kind of nipped a couple times, but there's nothing for sure between Marathon and Auburndale.
Then Auburndale at Stratford Friday night.
Okay. Yep. And we'll have that live at Zaleski Sports.
That's a hard foul. Baumgartner would have had an easy layup.
We were, and we still are, by the way. Seeing if we can work in that Auburndale marathon contest tomorrow. So make sure to stay tuned to the social media pages on Facebook, and we'll see. That'd be in the olden days, Dan, that'd be a game I would just go to and grab a bag of popcorn and watch it. They don't encourage that right now. Even if it is me or you, they still don't want us just hanging out watching a game.
Yep, Stratford is waving the white flag.
They have.
Yep, they have the second 5 coming in. First free throw from Baumgartner is good.
So that'll mean as these 5 come in, and now that you say this, Dan, most of these guys have been on the floor, so
that's true.
It looks like everybody for Stratford has played tonight. Everybody has had minutes. As I look at the bench there, and the 5 coming back on, everybody for Stratford has been in the game.
Actually, yeah. This is These are the starters.
Yep, they came back out.
I was wrong. Not the first time tonight.
May not be the last if you play your cards right.
Ball's tipped away. Wolf is so quick.
Wow, look at him chase that down.
Over to Brewster. Can't finish the and one, but he'll go to line to shoot 2.
What an impressive move there by Connor Wolf. Chased that one down as Camden Dahl stood there in amazement. He thought that was going out of bounds. I think I did too, and you may have. But everybody except for Connor Wolf knew that was coming back in.
So 49-35. Brewster hits the first. 2 of 3 at the line tonight. Bruzewicz back in the game for the Tigers.
I mentioned everybody from Stratford getting minutes tonight. As I look at the Edgar bench, they have gone 7 tonight. That's it. So, and that says nothing one way or the other. Just an observation, but it's something to think about as the season progresses here, and Coach Huss thinks about that, and what guys I can count on, and a 16-point lead, and it's still the same 7-guy rotation.
A mistake there. Miller shot from the corner, fouled, shooting a 3.
Time and play, Stan. You're up by 16. I just mentioned it, and Baumgartner will be reminded of that. That's one you just would rather your guy just let him have his opponent have the shot.
Yeah. Pride comes into play.
It does.
A lot of times. So 3 shots for Cody Miller. 11 points on the night. A solid game for him.
Yep, you mentioned pride, and the other thing, too, is just, the competitiveness of a person, too. I mean, it's, you mentioned earlier, since grade school, you've been practicing these things, fundamental scenarios, whatever, and it's one of them, too. You want to close out on the shooter, but it's one you maybe, if you could, dial it back if you could.
It's like they gave him 2 shots on that.
Well, there were a lot of bodies between us and where that happened, so... Yeah, we're a little surprised as well about the 2 shots, but
it was interesting because the official said 3 shots originally, so maybe it was overturned.
Must have been. There's a lot of lines down there mixed with a green X, so who knows?
So Edgar trying to finish this out. 65 seconds left. 14.
Riley Bauman gets his hands on the ball there. Make sure to call that young man's name. Nice play. As we got a late substitution coming in for Stratford.
Checking for the Tigers, number 1, Braden Schiller.
Braden Schiller.
Yep, all right. So Braden Schiller comes in for the senior Max Vanderhoof.
Kaden Greismeyer out there. Brewster gets it to Dahlke, top of the key. Connor Wolf has had a great game, despite foul trouble most of the first half.
Yeah, he's made it to the end.
And like you said, Edgar still has their starters out there right now. 45 seconds left to play. That
just tells you that Coach Huss just hasn't found a level of comfort with some of those other guys yet, either due to lack of practice time or perhaps, it could be merit-based. That's also a factor. But as a coach, you want to be comfortable with what you've got going on. You want to be able to trust. You want those you have out there to trust in your system. And there's a myriad of reasons why. And I don't have any speculation other than to ask Coach Huss directly, which I will not do. That's his prerogative.
Yeah, and I'll be honest, in coaching a high school team, especially at the varsity level, you don't really want to go much more than 8, maybe 9. Right? You suit up 15, right, because you want to give your players what they've earned, which is the varsity jersey, and the ability to come out and warm-ups and layup drills and stuff, and able to play a couple of minutes here and there and big blowout wins. But once you get, especially at the D4, D5 level, once you get past 7 or 8, you're not really doing yourself much service unless you need them because of that one game where there's foul trouble or something.
Yeah, I mean, there's, the coach knows his team best.
Yeah. I think if you ask any coach, they're perfectly fine going 8 or 9.
Mm-hmm.
Like an inadvertent whistle there.
Yeah, it was inadvertent whistle, or I mean, the inbound play started, and then I heard a whistle.
Yeah.
30 seconds left here, Dan, and this will be an Edgar win.
Yep, let's see if Stratford just lets this go. Doesn't look like it.
Nope.
Weisenberger going to get called for the foul.
Maybe friends during the offseason, but not here in season.
Tiger foul number 4, Kale Weisenberger.
So Brewster's going to go to the line to shoot.
Yep, 7th team foul now for Stratford. So
Brewster, 3 of 4 at the line.
Okay, all right.
Tonight. Rattles out. So maybe the last possession for Stratford. And turned it over. Braden Schiller did not want to turn it over, did not want to.
That's tough. You know,
get stolen, but.
Right, and he had an idea of where he wanted to go with that ball, and that situation disappeared, and then the ball violation there.
All right, so the final 16 seconds. Edgar's going to try to play keep away as much as they can. This is one of those situations that really kind of drives you crazy as a coach, because you don't want to score on your opponent because you're winning, and your opponent is all over you. But Edgar handles it.
There we go, Dan. We do have a final score tonight in this one. It is Edgar 51, Stratford 37. Again, our Nasonville Dairy postgame show comes up next. We will talk to Edgar Wildcat head coach Dave Huss and our Zaleski Sports Highlight House player of the game. All that comes up in our Nasonville Dairy postgame show.
Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on US Highway 10, NasonvilleDairy.com.
All right, so we're here with Kim Hyman. Kim, Nasonville Dairy, 125 years in the making. Tell us about that.
You know, it's fantastic. It was the first plant built in Wood County back in 1885. Sal Nason and his family came here, and they started a small dairy plant. Eventually that plant burnt down, but then they rebuilt onto this same facility, and our family moved here in the late 60s in 1968 and took it over from there, and it's been just a fantastic growth. Great community, great people we have working for us. Oh, it's an open market. It's huge. You know, the opportunity for the diversity in the cheese industry is fantastic, and you have to be that way in order to sell a lot of product. And so we've got a great group of people working on the research and development side for us. So it's been really fortunate for us. Oh, right. We have 185 farm families that market their milk through us here at Nasonville Dairy. And we are so lucky we have like the best dairy farms in not only central Wisconsin, but in the United States, marketing milk through us. So we're just really fortunate on that side.
Actually, we started in 1968. Our father brought us here from another cheese plant in Wisconsin. We had come from the cheese business. We've always been in the business. We had moved around the state in different parts. He brought us here about that time. The plant ran 7,500 pounds of milk at that time, and now runs about 1.5 million a day. So. We originally started out with making cheddar, and now we make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmers Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Friar, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, as well as making some Gouda Edam and a little bit of Munster on occasion.
Nasonville Dairy, fresh cheese curds made daily, NasonvilleDairy.com. Dan, go through some stats. Who do you want to talk to here? We should maybe nominate a player of the game since all those guys are out here.
Yeah, how did we get Connor?
All right, sounds pretty easy.
Yeah.
Go ahead, you can take him through some stats. I'll get you Connor.
Yeah, absolutely. So the Stratford Tigers dropped this one 51-37. Led 15 points by Camden Dahl, 13 for Cody Miller, 5 for Cade Brusewitz, and 4 for Devin Ulrich. The Edgar Wildcats led 12 apiece for Baumgartner and Gooden, 11 from our athlete of the game, Connor Wolf, 8 Austin Dahlke, 5 Kyle Brewster, 2 Ashton Schuett, and 1 for Aiden Weisenberger. Connor
Ross, Connor Wolf. Just take a step down. Sorry, I told him to stand there. That was my fault.
Good game tonight, Connor.
Okay.
Yes, the camera's right here. How many times have you been our athlete of the game?
Okay. None.
This is your first time?
Yep.
All right. Look at this. Connor, you've had a great season. I have followed you guys most of the way. What has really contributed to the team's success from where you guys were last year to where you are this year? Now 9-1, first place in the conference.
I think our quickness is really starting to stand out this year. Getting turnovers, getting tips, steals, layups, converting those into transition points, and I think we've just really been getting after it on defense, taking charges. Our help has been really great, which has allowed us to get up the line on defense a little bit and get out and get in transition and get buckets.
What do you think is the area of your game that you've improved on the most since last year and throughout this year?
I think I've kind of developed more of an attack mindset, trying to get to the hoop, trying to get to the rim as much as I can, get to the line, force teams to either follow me or otherwise, I don't know. I'm going to kick it or go up. So when I'm going, I go up like I'm going to dunk it, and if they're there, they're there, and if they're not, I'm going to go for it.
Have you dunked in a game this year?
I got one against Stratford, but didn't quite get the credit I was hoping for, but I got it down, in my opinion.
All right. Well, you still have a couple of games left to do that. I saw one early in the year. It looked like you had your feet and you got fouled or something. But that's exciting, right?
Yeah.
That's something that your teammates want to see. That's something that your fans want to see. As we get towards the end of the season, what have you guys discussed as far as team goals are concerned the rest of the way?
One thing Coach has really been stressing down the stretch is rebounding, because we know down the stretch, getting boards, second chance points, and especially for other teams. I mean, we got Baumgartner in the middle, but other than that, not too big on size. So it's all about the rebounding mentality and just getting after it.
Do you guys have your eyes on conference?
Yeah, definitely. That's just kind of a unsaid goal. We just all really kind of know that that's there for us, and we can go and get it if we do all the little things that it takes to get there.
So you know what Tuesday is, right? Next Tuesday. It's Auburndale.
Yep.
That was a fantastic game earlier in the season. You guys had a couple chances to take the lead or win it at the end. How bad do you guys want that rematch?
We want it real bad.
Yeah.
I think we've gotten bit in the end a couple times by them now in the past couple years in regionals, and I think we're ready to go this time. I think it'll be a great game.
Awesome. Thank you. So look into the camera, and you're going to say, I'm Connor Wolf, and I'm in the house.
Okay. I'm Connor Wolf, and I'm in the house.
Fantastic. Thanks, Connor, so much.
Have a good one.
You too. That's right. Do you want me to just end this? Okay. All right. Thanks to Connor Wolf for joining us. Again, final score from Edgar High School. Edgar 51, Stratford 37. Edgar improves to 13-2 on the season. Stratford drops to 7-5. For everyone from Zaleski Sports, have a good night. Drive safe.